I am standing here with, what is your name, sir?
My name is Neil Clausen. I'm the Director of Logistics at Presbyterian Social Ministries.
And what town are we in right now?
We're in Jacksonville, Florida, and the Murray area of Jacksonville.
We are going to go on a tour. Neil has been so gracious to meet with me, and he's going to take us around today.
Used to be the sanctuary. Downstairs is where we do our sorting facility for our clothing. This is our administration building, and upstairs used to be our dormitory that is now 3 rooms that's used for healthcare professionals that come in and do contract work. Yeah, so what we're actually standing in right now is our boardroom. So does this look like a boardroom? No, it doesn't. So whenever we get clothing in and we need the space, the boardroom basically becomes storage space, and it's literally been like that since the pandemic started. So we use the space for whatever we need to do. A lot of the corporate donations that we get in will actually come in here, and it will actually get sorted on this side as well. What you can see right now is we just recently got a very large donation of women's clothing from Natural Life, and we'll probably start sorting through that next week. We got some men's polos from Anderson Ord, some nice men's polos and things like that. And then we use some of this area as well for just storage space as well for some of my inventory and things like that. So one of our corporate partners is Helix Sleep, and this is where we just store some of the stuff. This is items that have come in that I just haven't inventoried yet. But yeah, we get a variety of items from them. We get pillows, we get mattress protectors, we get like plush mattress toppers. Helix also owns the Birch brand, and the Birch brand, for instance, will get these mattress toppers that are almost like a sleeping pad as well. This used to be the common room for the groups when they actually rented the dormitories. And again, it's empty space, so Neil uses this for storage. And one of our partners is Sanmar, and so a lot of these items that you see over here in boxes waiting to be inventoried. And this is primarily t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts and things like that. A lot of items that we get from them is damaged goods. The shipping containers get damaged and they get water in it. These items get wet, they can't use it in their system, so it gets donated to us. We go through it, make sure that it's clean, that it's dry, and then we put it in our inventory. So again, this is just kind of like more storage space. A lot of the bags that you see here is we have a partnership with a couple of consignment stores for kids items specifically. And this is just some of the items that we've just gotten in that we haven't gone through yet. So this is our main inventory area. This is also the area where we sort most of the used clothing that comes in. The boxes you see on the shelves are all items that are in inventory and ready to go out. And all the boxes are actually serialized, and the shelves are marked so we know exactly where. This is our main sorting area. This is a sorting table where most of my volunteers come in and actually do their work and go through the items that have come in as donations. We have about 100 different categories of clothing that we sort the clothing into. Once our volunteers get the items out of our bin, they'll go through it, they'll actually inspect it. So when they inspect it, they make sure that the items are clean, that they're not excessively worn. We make sure that the buttons are working, we make sure that the zippers are working, we make sure that it is a high quality item so that when we give it to a partner that then gives it to somebody that needs it, that they get an item that they feel is not just an hand-me-down. We strongly believe that we want to, when we give our clothing, the person that gets it should not feel like less of a person when they receive it. They should actually feel good about it. And so it's very important for us to have a very high quality item that goes out to the partners that we work with. Now, we do have some items that are in high demand and that we don't get a lot of, especially some of the smaller men's sizes. So we do relax a little bit of the standards there, but in general, the items are very high quality. We do men's, we do ladies, we do kids clothing as well, which is all over on that side. Once the volunteers have put everything into a box, I will take the boxes, I will close them up, and I'll inventory them. The way that I do that is I weigh each box. I actually have like weights for what items should wear in each category, well, should weigh in each category. And once I get that, I weigh it and close it up, and I actually put the approximate amount of items in each box as well. Put it in the inventory, it goes on the shelves over there, and then all the partner agencies that we deal with can then request those items from us. I actually have a unique way of doing that. I put my inventory and make it available on a spreadsheet, so people can go to a Google folder that we've shared the link to. They can see what I have in inventory, and then they can request items from there. In another month or two, we are hoping to actually have an online ordering system, so people will actually be able to just order online and just get what they need from us. Indication of what we do and what comes out from here. Our total clothing distribution last year was 107,000 items of clothing. That's 58,000 pounds of clothing. In a sense, that's clothing that stayed out of a landfill for the most part. That's some of the impact that we have, not only to people getting clothing, but also keeping things out of the landfills and things like that. Clothing went to our partners. We currently have over 50 partners that we work with, and we are the partner agencies that will then distribute. County in Jacksonville, clothing has gone as far as the Philippines, Cuba, Haiti. Our partners will distribute it. So 7% of the clothing that we get in every year is basically goes to international places right now. That 68% stays here. And then any clothing that we get that's not to our standards will actually be recycled. We work with a nonprofit here that actually has a textile recycling program with a mill up in North Carolina. So the other 25% of the clothing we get each year is recycled. We try to keep as much out of the landfill. We try to be good stewards, not only in used clothing that goes to people that need it, but also to make sure that it's not an impact on our environment as well.
So thank you so much for taking us around, Neil. I'm gonna drop the links so you can get involved, reach out. Is there any need or anything specific that you guys need right now?
So as far as needs, there's the one thing that we always need is underwear for kids, socks, kids and adults. That's something that people always said earlier. We distribute over 107,000 items of clothing that went all over the world. So for us to have a partner that can actually provide some of those items, a lot of the partners that we work with will not do like used underwear. So we always have a big need for that. In men's clothing, we always need very small men's pants, anything from like a 34 and 33 and smaller. That's one of our 30s, even 28s and 29s. We do get, we have like a big demand for that, and we normally don't get a lot. Us need something that we're looking into the future. This is a long-term planning for us. Is, as you could see from just walking through here, we really need some more space. Some of it is just to organize our influx of stuff coming in. It looks a lot worse than what it really is, but if we had more space where we could work from, that's something that we are starting. We're in the planning stages for doing that. We're looking for some warehousing space. Warehousing space in Jacksonville, being the logistics town, is always difficult.
Jacksonville people, you hear that?
Yeah.
You see him. I'll leave the links below. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the.
We always like having people coming out and visit us and seeing what we do. So.
Well, thank you.
Bye,
Appreciate you. Bye, everybody.